Hello, Franklin. Are
Hello.
you? Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
All fine. I'm in my house now.
You're in your house? It's good. So
Yes.
today we're going to learn about all the things you can find in your house. So that's a good place to be.
Okay, fine.
We have a new student, Kwang. Is that how you say your name?
My name is Kwang.
Kwang. Hi,
Yes.
I'm Maureen. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And another new student, Wasu. Are you there?
Yes, hello teacher.
Hi. Where are you from, Wasu?
I am from Thailand.
Is that how you say your name?
Wasu.
Wasu.
You, yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay, great. Hi, I'm Maureen. Nice to meet you. And we have, is your name Cesar? Caesar?
Yes, teacher Cesar.
Cesar. Hi, Cesar. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Maureen.
Where are you from?
I'm from Colombia.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Well, welcome to my class.
Thank you. Where are you from, teacher?
I'm from California.
Okay.
So let's all introduce ourselves while we wait for everyone to show up. So, Cesar, you're from Colombia, and how long have you been learning English?
Um, for 3 months ago.
Wow, okay. Good. A new student.
Yes.
And Franklin, what about you? Where are you from?
I'm from Venezuela, but I live in Spain.
Oh, are you in Spain right now?
Yes, I'm in Spain right now. I'm going to move to Mexico
In 2 weeks? 2 months?
in the months. Yeah.
Okay, well, nice to meet you too. And let's see, we have a new student. How do you say your name? Nader?
Yes, you're pronouncing it correctly.
Oh,
Nader,
Nader. Nice to meet you. And where are you from?
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Wonderful. Thank you for joining my class.
Thank you for your time and help.
And we have another new student, Suming.
Hello, good to see you.
Hi, is that how you say your name? Suming?
Yeah, you say it's correct.
Okay. And where are you from, Suming?
I'm from Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Wonderful. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And let's see, Omar? Hey, Omar.
Hi,
Thanks for
how are you?
joining me again. I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Nice to see you again.
You too. Nice to see you again. Thanks for coming back to my class.
Okay.
And we have another new student, Giuseppe.
Yes, teacher. Hello.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Thanks. Of course.
Where are you from?
I'm from Italy, teacher.
Oh, and what part of Italy?
South Italy.
Oh, okay. So I've never been to the south. I've just been to the north and maybe a little in the center, if you count the center. So what city are you from?
Fasano.
Okay, I don't know that one. Maybe
Near
someday.
20 kilometers of Bari.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you for joining my class.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And we have Cesar, I introduced you, and Ahmad. Is that how you say your name?
Yes, it is. Hello,
Hello, nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
And where are you from?
I'm from Saudi Arabia.
Oh, wonderful. So we have two students from Saudi Arabia, and we have one from Colombia, and one from Venezuela, one from Italy, and one from Hong Kong. And Kwang, did you say where you were from?
No.
Where are you from?
I come from Vietnam.
Vietnam. Wonderful. Okay, so we have people from all over the world. Thank you for joining my class. So today we're doing vocabulary. So we're going to be talking about things you can find in your home, household items, okay? And this is really useful because you can learn a lot of vocabulary and then you'll know what all the names are for things in your house. And I recommend that after this class, you go around your house and try to identify what things are in English, okay? So after our class, you can go into your kitchen and look for the sink and look for all sorts of things, and you can even put labels on them so that you can remember them later, okay? So I'm going to turn on the screen share and we're going to look at a picture. We're going to learn some vocabulary and then all of you are going to get the chance to practice, okay? All right, so let me turn on the screen share. And we're going to start in my favorite room of the house, the kitchen. Okay, can everyone see the kitchen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so I am going to make this, I'm going to scroll down so you can see all of the items, okay? And I'm going to ask you to identify an item in the kitchen, and then we'll check to see if that is the correct name for that item. Okay, can everyone see?
Okay.
Okay, so let's start with number 1. Who knows what number 1 is? What do we call number 1? Anyone know?
Is it a cupboard?
Yes, that is correct. Number 1 is a cupboard, or they call it a cabinet. Those are both correct. I myself would call it a cupboard. Okay, good. How about number 2? What is the number 2?
Shelf.
Shelf, that's right. And what do we put on a shelf?
Cup.
Okay, you can put cups, you can put some of your food. That's where you can store your dishes, all kinds of things. And we have shelves not just in the kitchen, but in everywhere in our house. Okay, how about number 3? What is number 3? This one's a little trickier. Any guesses?
Towel.
Okay, so those are paper towels, okay? Towels made out of paper, and we'd call that a paper towel dispenser. So that's right, paper towels. Good.
Paper towel.
Paper towels. And I'll make these available to you, these PDFs, if you want them. I'll try to put them on the Verbling page, okay? And number 4, this one's pretty easy. Let's hear from someone new. What is number 4?
Sink.
It's the sink, correct. Okay, so is there a sink in another room of the house?
In the bathroom.
In the bathroom, that's right. Okay, so when we get to bathroom, you'll already know the word for the sink. Okay? How about number 5? This one you might not have heard before. So these are some dishes.
Dishes.
Rack.
Dishes, and this is a dish rack. That's right, okay? So the dishes are sitting on a dish rack. You can see here under number 5, okay? And 6, that one's one of my favorite things in the kitchen. You might have one in your own kitchen. What is number 6?
It's a toaster.
It's a toaster, that's right. Okay, so who said that it was a toaster? Was that you, Cesar?
Yes?
Yes. Okay, so I want you to try and use use the word toaster in a sentence.
It's a toaster.
Okay, it's a toaster, that's good. And how else could you use that word in a sentence? How about, let's hear from Su Ming. How could you use the word toaster in a sentence?
I I use a toaster in the morning for crack my bread.
Good. Okay. So I use a toaster in the morning, and you would probably say to toast my bread. Perfect. Okay, good job. And back to our slide, we have 7. Here's a really tricky one. You might not have one in your house, but you might, and it's a very useful thing to have in your house. What is number 7? Omar, do you know?
Nope.
Is it a bin?
Well, that's above a bin. There's a bin here. The green basket is trash. In American English, we call it a trash can. I'll write that in the chat box. We call it a trash can. And bin is British English, okay?
Yes.
So if you say bin in the United States, nobody would know what you mean. You'd have to say trash can. Number 7 is a garbage disposal. Okay, so I'll scroll down to that. Garbage disposal. Okay, so you put the food in the garbage disposal and it basically chops it up and takes it away. Okay, does anyone
Never seen it before.
never seen one before? Okay, so
No.
now you'll know what it is when you go to a house with a garbage disposal. Okay, Giuseppe says, can I have the PDF files? I'm going to put them up at the end of our class, but you'll be able to get them later. I'm going to see how I can put them up on Verbling, perhaps as an attachment to the class. But they come from something really useful, which is the Oxford Picture Dictionary. It's a great resource if you're learning English. Each page has all these kinds of items that are labeled so you can learn thousands of words. So if you want, you can order an Oxford Picture Dictionary from the internet and you'll be able to look at these files in the book. Okay, so next we have number 8. This is a common thing that you're very lucky to have. Who knows what that is?
What's dishwasher?
Yes, we actually call it a dishwasher. Okay, so there are the dishes, and this machine washes them, so it's the dishwasher. Okay, so do you want to try and use that in a sentence?
I have a dishwasher, so I don't have to wash in hand.
Perfect. You have a dishwasher, so you don't have to wash by hand, you can
By
say.
hand.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Good. But thank you for using it in a sentence. So I want everyone to practice the vocabulary along with learning some new words, okay? And number 9, you might have one of these.
Fridge or refrigerator.
Yeah, refrigerator. And most people shorten the word refrigerator and they say fridge, okay? It keeps your food cold. And so you have to know what is the word for it. So you can find it in a kitchen. Where's the fridge? Okay, and number 10, related to the refrigerator. Who knows what number 10 is?
It's a freezer.
Freezer, okay. Do any of you have a freezer?
Yes, we have separate freezer.
Oh, a separate freezer. Okay. So do you freeze a lot of food?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, microwavable food.
Yeah, and then you can microwave it. So we'll get to that very soon. And number 11, this is something I need every day. You might not recognize it because they might look different depending on which country you live in.
Coffee maker.
Yes, a coffee maker, a coffee maker. So for our Italian student, Giuseppe, you probably don't have one of those. I imagine you probably have one of the Italian-style coffee makers. Is that correct?
The name of coffee or machine?
Well, do you have a Italian coffee machine?
Yes, is the name is a different name of different made machine.
Mm-hmm. And what do you call it?
The name for one is Mocha.
Yes, that's right. I remember because I visited friends in Italy and they had a mocha instead of a Mr. Coffee. Okay, number 12. What's number
Blender.
12? Blender.
Mixer.
Blender or mixer, yeah. I'd probably call it a blender. So let's scroll down and see what they say it is. Yeah, a blender. Number 13 is, we already know what that is. A microwave? Microwave? Okay. So will you use that in a sentence?
I use the microwave for do my corn pops,
Okay, other way around for your popcorn.
popcorn, yeah.
Yeah, so you can say, I use my microwave to make my popcorn. Good. Yes, I like popcorn too. That's what I use my microwave for. Number 14, it's hard to tell what that is, so I'm going to scroll down. That is an electric can opener. So you can use a hand can opener or an electric can opener. Number 15, does anyone have a number 15?
Oven.
It's like an oven.
It's a pot.
No, that's number 16. Number
16.
Yeah,
15,
that's called a toaster
yeah,
oven.
like a toaster, yeah.
Yeah, it's a toaster oven. Oops, sorry, I wrote that wrong. Toaster oven. And you can use it to toast your food, and you can use it to heat up small things. So if you don't want to use the big oven, number 20, you can use the small toaster oven. I personally don't like the toaster oven because they don't work very well, but that's just me. How about number 16? I think, Omar, you said number 16 was?
Pot.
Yes, that's correct. Okay, so will you use that in a sentence? What do you use a pot for?
To cook rice.
To cook rice? Okay, so would you say a complete sentence, please?
I cook rice in a pot.
Good. Next we have number 17. Where's number 17?
This next to
Kettle.
Oh yes, this is a very important item. Sorry, it's a little cut off in the image. It's a tea kettle, okay? So if you're from England, you would definitely know this item, a tea kettle or a teapot. Those are both correct, okay? So let's see, Ahmad, will you use tea kettle in a sentence, please?
well, I have put the kettle on.
Perfect, okay. So that's a very common phrase you'll see, or hear, excuse me. I have put on the tea kettle, or would you put the tea kettle on for me? And you can shorten it to kettle. And it means that they've started the process of making a cup of tea. Good. Number 18. Okay, let's see what they say for number 18. That's the stove, okay? The stove is the top.
Can you say cuisine?
Could you write that in the chat and I'll see what you mean?
Cuisine.
Oven?
No, we don't have that word. Yeah, the oven is the lower part. Number 20 is pointing to the oven. 18 is referring to the top here. This is the top of the oven, and the top of the oven usually has these things. We call it the stove. Yes, that's right, Giuseppe, it's the stove. We don't have the word cuisine. I think that is more of a French word than an English word. And we don't call it a cooker either. We call it a stove. Okay? So, Nader, is that, sorry, am I saying your name correctly, Nader? Will you use stove?
Yes, you're pronouncing correctly.
Okay. I really try to pronounce my students' names correctly.
Thank you.
So, could you use the word stove in a sentence?
We use a stove to make food.
Perfect. We use the stove to make food. That's great. Number 21 is the broiler, okay? That's a fun word to say. Why doesn't everybody give that a chance? Say it after me. Broiler.
Broiler.
Broiler, yes, okay? And the broiler is used to melt food. So you can use a broiler to melt something, such as if you make a pizza, you can melt the cheese under the broiler. Okay? Very good. And where is number 22? Does anyone see it? I don't see it. Oh, there. 22. I think it got cut off. So we have 23. Here's a good one. What's number 23?
Drawer.
Drawer. Okay, yeah. This is a really difficult word to pronounce because it has that funky W sound. So repeat after me. Drawer. Drawer. A lot of times people want to say two syllables. Drawer. It's just one syllable. Drawer. So imagine that it's spelled. Imagine that it's spelled like this. Not.
Drawer.
Yeah. Drawer. Good. Okay. That's a tricky one, isn't it? Okay, number 24. What's number 24?
Pan.
A pan. Number 25.
It's a mixer.
Yes.
Mixer.
This is what I would call a mixer. The other one we had, number 12, was a blender, and this to me is a mixer, okay? So it does what it says. It mixes up our food, like if we're making cookies, it mixes up the dough. Good. Number 26. Who knows what that is?
A food processor.
Okay, food processor. That chops up the food real small. Okay, number 27.
Block.
Okay,
It's the cutting board.
yes, we call that a cutting board. Okay, so cutting board. So it's a board that you use to cut. Okay, so Wasu, can you use one of those words, either drawer, cutting board, mixer, or pan in a sentence? You get to choose.
Okay. I put I put the spoon in a drawer.
Perfect. I put the spoon in the drawer. Okay, that's where we keep our spoons and forks and knives. We keep them in the drawer. And good pronunciation. Okay, what do we have next? There's number 28. Does anyone?
Boil.
It's a mixing bowl. Okay? So I think those W's can be tricky in English. I'm sure all of you would agree that English pronunciation can be very difficult. So think of the word bowl like it doesn't have a W. So say it like this, bowl.
Ball.
Bowl. Bowl. Good, okay? So let's practice discussing items in the kitchen before we move on. Okay, so Franklin, where can I find the blender? Where's the blender?
The
Yeah.
blender.
Mm-hmm.
Number 11. 12.
Number 12, correct. Okay, so number 12, the blender is above the fridge and it's next to the coffee maker. Okay, so if you want, you can also have a chance to practice your prepositions. Okay, so Ming, where can I find the toaster?
The toaster is number 6.
Uh-huh.
That
So that's
is under the shelf.
under the shelf. Very good. Under the shelf is the toaster, and the toaster is above the. Does anyone remember what number 8 is?
Dishwasher.
Dishwasher. Great. Okay. So how about number 17? What was number 17?
Tea kettle.
Tea kettle. Okay,
Tea
good.
kettle.
And Omar, can you use tea kettle in a sentence?
I use a tea kettle to boil water.
Perfect. Okay. And how about number 28? What is number 28?
Bowl.
It's a bowl. Perfect. Okay, so Cesar, can you use number 28 in a sentence?
I use a ball mixer for preparate my egg.
Good. Okay, so you want to switch the words around. You can say, I use a mixing bowl. Okay? I use a mixing bowl to prepare my eggs. Okay? Do you want to try that one more time? Can you repeat?
I use mixer bowl for preparate my eggs.
Me too. I use a mixing bowl to prepare my eggs. Good. Okay, so any questions about kitchen items? We're going to move on. Next, we're going to do the living room, okay? So I'm going
I
to
have
turn
just
on.
one question, please.
Sure, of course, please.
Number 7. You said it is food dispenser.
Number 7 is it's called a garbage disposal.
Sorry. Garbage disposer. Okay.
Yes, uh-huh.
Thank you.
And so a garbage disposal is very nice to have in your house because you don't have to put the food in the trash. And sometimes the trash can get a little smelly.
Yeah.
It can smell bad. So with a garbage disposal. Okay, bye Giuseppe. Thanks for coming to class. I'll see you soon.
Well, is garbage disposal? Is it like a grinder?
Yes, you put the food in the garbage disposal and it chops it up really, really small and then it takes it away so you don't have to throw it in the trash.
I can recycle it probably with recycling, different
Yes,
recycling like trees
different. Yes, it's like recycling for your food. You chop it up and it goes away and then I don't know where it goes, but it's all natural ingredients. Okay.
I see. Okay,
So,
thank you.
yes, anytime anyone has a question, please ask. And we have a new student in our group. Hello, Alejandra? Are you there?
Hello?
Hi, Alejandro.
Hi.
I'm Maureen.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Where are you from?
From Spain.
Oh, wonderful. What part of Spain?
I'm living in Madrid, but I'm from the Canary Islands.
Oh, wow. Very nice. Okay, thank you for coming to class. We learned about kitchen items and we looked at a slide, and now we're going to learn about things in the living room. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the screen share and then I'm going to turn it back on and we're going to go to the living room. Okay. Okay, can everyone see?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
this is a living room. Okay, so people sometimes call this the den or the family room. Okay, so I'll write those. It can be called a den or a family room. But the most common name is the living room. Okay, so everyone will know what you mean when you say the living room. Okay, so let's start with number 1. This should be familiar to some of you. What is this item?
Couch.
The couch, okay? Is there
Sofa.
another word?
Sofa.
Sofa.
Sofa, right. And depending on what part of the country you're in, you would say couch or sofa. Yes,
Furniture, no.
yeah, all of this is furniture. So furniture is a general word to mean the things that we sit or put our things on. Anything like number 14, 19, 22, 18, 1. Those are all pieces of furniture. But
Okay.
number 1 is specifically a couch, or you can call it a sofa, okay? And so on our couch, I would call it a couch because I come from the western part of the United States. I call it a couch. What is on the couch? Number 2.
Cushion.
A cushion. Another word for that?
Pillow.
Pillow.
Pillow. Good. A pillow. I would say that pillow is a more common word. Okay? In American English, more people would call that a pillow. Okay? But cushion is also correct. How about number 3?
Is it a basket?
It's a basket, okay? And we could use that to put anything in. We can put the TV remote. We can put magazines. We could put all kinds of things. How about number 4?
Plant.
Plant.
Okay, and there's a specific word that we use. This would be called a house plant because it's inside the house.
House plant.
Okay, does anyone have a house plant?
Yes.
Okay, can you tell us about your house plant?
I have
Go ahead.
I have a house plant and I grow sunflower.
Good, good. You have a house plant and you grow sunflowers.
Yes.
And what room of your house is your house plant?
Sorry.
In which room of your house is your house plant?
In my bedroom.
In your bedroom. Okay, so we will get to bedroom if we have time. We have a few other rooms. So let's go back in. How about number 5? What is number 5?
Sideboard.
The sideboard could be a name for it, but we'd call that the entertainment center. Okay, can everyone see number 5? Entertainment center. Okay, and inside the entertainment center is something that we all maybe know, television. So television is one of those words that people use in other languages. So does everyone here call that a television?
TV.
TV? And is there a word in your language that means TV?
Yes.
What do you call it in your language?
Nikon TV.
Okay.
Yes.
And so everyone calls it a TV. So you should know that's the TV. And that's
Television.
your television. Okay, very similar. How about number 7? Number 7?
Player.
DVD player. And remember those words, when they say the letters, you have to say the letters in English. So DVD. Good. Number 8.
Radio.
Radio.
Okay.
Stereo.
Yeah, it could be a radio or it could be called a stereo. A radio could be inside the stereo, and the sound system would be called a stereo system. Okay? Number 9, that should be, what do we
Picture.
call that? A picture or
Painting.
a painting? Good. Okay. I would call that one a painting. If it were a photo, I'd call it a picture. So let's see. Franklin, could you use that word in a sentence?
I draw a picture about my family.
Okay, good. You draw a picture of your family, or in this case, if you use the word painting, you could say, I paint a painting of my family. That works too. Number 10,
Wall.
wall. That's a good one to know.
Is it wall or paper wall?
A wall. Okay,
A
so
wall.
on the wall, you might have some paper, and that's called wallpaper. All one word. Okay?
Okay.
This doesn't look like it has wallpaper. This wall looks like it's been painted. Okay, how about number 11? This is a tricky one.
Mantle.
Yes. Who said that? Can you repeat that?
Mantle.
Oh, Omar. Okay, so yeah, that is called a mantle. And you can see here, number 11, mantle. So what goes on a mantle? You can put a picture, you can put some art. Sometimes at Christmas, people will
Ornament.
well, they'll hang ornaments, or we put our stockings on the mantle, okay? And that's a Christmas tradition. So maybe someday we'll do a class on holidays, and we can talk about putting stockings on the mantle, okay? What is number 12?
Fireplace.
Okay, yeah, we have a fireplace, and this thing in front is the fire screen. So number 13 is the fireplace, and number 12 is the fire screen. And the fire screen keeps the flames from coming into the living room. And if the logs spark, we won't catch fire. So it keeps us safe.
Okay.
How about number 14? Who knows what that is? It's a type of furniture.
End table.
That's right. It's called an end table. And why is it called an end table?
Because it's in one side of the couch.
That's right. It's on the end of the couch. Very good. Okay, so Alejandra, could you use end table in a sentence, please?
I put my magazines on my end table.
Perfect. That's great. Good job. How about number, let's see, we have to go up. Number 15.
Lamp.
Lamp.
That's
Light.
right. It's a lamp. And the lamp gives off light. Okay, so here we have the lamp, and in this case it's on the floor. It comes from the floor, so it's a floor lamp. Okay. They use a different word for number 16 than I would use, but who knows what number 16 is?
Curtain.
Yes, that's right. They call it they say drapes, but I would say those are curtains. Another word for drapes. Okay? Curtains. And curtains are good. I'm going to type that. Curtains.
What about the blinds?
Blinds are similar to curtains, but they don't look exactly the same. Blinds come down from the top, so they're not exactly the same.
Yeah, I see.
You could also call them shades, but the most common word is curtains, okay? And we all need curtains to keep our neighbors from looking in, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Ahmad, could you use curtains in a sentence, please?
I open my curtains in the morning.
Great. I open my curtains in the morning. That's awesome. You let the sunlight in.
Yes.
Number 17.
Window.
That's a window. Okay. And hopefully everyone has a window to look out of. How about number 18? We've already gone over this one. So we call this
Couch.
a couch or a sofa, okay? And so they say that number one, going back to number one, it has 2 seats, 1, 2. And so another word for this is a love seat. And I'm going to type that, or I'll show you on the page. Number one is a love seat. Does anyone guess why we call it a love seat?
It's for 2.
Exactly, it's for 2. So it's very romantic, suited just for 2. Okay, but anyone can sit on a love seat, obviously. What is number 19?
Coffee table.
That's a coffee table, okay? And you can put your coffee, and sometimes you can put your feet on there. Sometimes they don't want you to put your feet on there. Number 20?
Candle.
A candle. And 21 is?
Candle holder.
A candle holder, okay. How about number 22? This one's a little more difficult.
Armchair.
Armchair.
Armchair, very good. Okay, so do you want to use that in a sentence?
I know, this lady is sitting on the armchair.
Perfect. This lady is sitting in an armchair, or on the armchair. How about 23? There's something in there you might recognize.
Magazine.
And so it's a magazine holder. It holds the magazines. That's pretty simple. And our last one?
Carpet.
Carpet. So you can have carpet in your house, or you can have other floor coverings. You could have wood floors, and we'd call that hardwood floors. Or you can have tile, or you can have something else called linoleum, which is like a plastic covering for the floor. But these people have carpet in their living room. Okay, so Nader, could you use carpet in a sentence, please?
You should keep the carpet clean.
Perfect. You should keep the carpet clean. I agree. Okay, next we're going to move on, and I'm going to give you the choice. We can do bedroom or bathroom. Which one do you prefer? Who votes for bedroom? And who?
Bathroom.
Bathroom?
Bathroom.
Okay, let's learn about the bathroom then. Okay, there are more things to learn about, and hopefully we can have another class where we go over the bedroom and the dining room. Okay, I'm going to do the screen share for the bathroom now. Okay, so these are really useful because you might not learn these terms until you need them. Okay, when I lived in Spain, and I did not know many of these words in the bathroom. So I would go around and asking, what do you call this? And what do you call that? And I finally learned. What is number 1? Okay, this thing over here, does anyone know?
Is it a basket?
It's a type of basket, and there's a special word for it because of what goes in there. So what goes in this basket?
Cloth basket.
Laundry.
Yeah, so our dirty laundry goes in this type of basket, and we call it a hamper. Okay? Can everyone say that word after me? Hamper.
Hamper.
Good. That's where you put your dirty clothes before you take a shower. You put them in the hamper. Okay? How about number 2?
Bathtub.
Bathtub. That's correct. Okay? Number 3?
Soap
holder.
Yeah, so you could call that a soap holder, but a more common word is a soap dish, okay? Soap dish. And they show on there. And so obviously number 4 is
soap.
Soap, okay? You put your soap in the soap dish. And the soap dish could also be on the sink, so you can wash your hands with soap. Number 5, does anyone know what this thing is in the tub? It keeps you from slipping.
Mat.
Yes, a bath mat or a rubber mat because it's made of rubber. And it keeps you from slipping and hurting yourself in a shower. So it keeps you safe. How about number 6? What do we call that?
Towel.
It's a little kind of towel, a small towel. And there's a special word for it because you use it to wash your body. So it's called a washcloth. Okay? Number 6 is washcloth. How about number 7? Who knows what number 7 is? Wastu, do you know what number 7 is?
No.
It's called a drain. Okay? Drain. So, Wasu, can you use the word drain in a sentence?
Okay. I open the drain when I finish take a bath.
Good. You open the drain when you finish taking a bath. Okay, so a good thing to know is that drain is both a noun and a verb. So when you say to drain, it means that the water is going down into the drain. So the water is draining from the bathtub, okay? And for those of you who are interested, you can also say to drain your energy. This is an idiom, okay? So if something drains your energy, it makes you very tired, okay? So perhaps you feel that your job or your schoolwork drains your energy. Okay, good. Does anyone want to try using this idiom in a sentence? Any brave volunteers?
Yes.
Alejandra, can you give it a try?
With drain?
Yes, with to drain. Or you can try this idiom to drain your energy.
Can I use I drain? No. Go to the gym drains my energy.
Perfect. Yeah. Going to the gym drains my energy. Yeah. So you can say that about many things. Good job. Anyone else want to try?
Yes.
Go ahead.
My homework drain my energy.
Good. Yes, I feel the same way. Okay, let's move on. Number 8.
Faucet. Faucet.
Faucet. Okay. So everyone repeat after me. Faucet.
Faucet.
Mm-hmm.
Faucet.
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 And obviously water comes out of the faucet and into the tub. Okay, and number 9 is the hot water, and the number 10 is the cold water. And there's a word for these things in the bathtub that you turn on and off. And I don't think it says it here, but those are called the taps. Okay, so you have the hot water tap and the cold water tap, and together they are the taps. Okay, so if someone says, go into the bathroom and turn on the tap, they mean go into the bathroom and turn that tap until the hot water or cold water comes out. Okay?
So teacher,
Yes.
are you using that word tap in America? I saw it is American.
No, the taps turn on the faucet. So they're American. We use them here in the United States, and they're different parts of the same fixture. They're different parts of the same thing. So the taps are used to turn on the faucet.
No, I see. Thank you.
You're welcome. Number 11. Does anyone know what number 11 is?
Grab bar.
So you can use it to grab, and I'd call it a handle bar or just a bar. And number 12, what's number 12? I used this word before. What does the shower have inside?
Tile.
Tile, that's right, okay. Number 13, this thing here. So when you turn on the tap, you can either turn on the faucet or you can turn on this thing, which is called?
Shower.
Shower.
Douche.
Okay, the shower. But there's a special word for this part, and that's the shower head. Okay? Just like you see here, it's all one word, shower head.
Shower head.
So someone might say to you, go into the bathroom and turn on the hot water tap and press the lever to turn on the shower head. Okay?
Yes.
Number 14, I think we've already covered in another room.
Curtain.
Yes.
Curtain.
And since it's in the shower, we call it a shower curtain.
Shower curtains.
Good. Yes. You wouldn't call it a shower drape. This one is always called shower curtain. Okay? How about number 15? There's something that goes on it that we know the name for.
Towel.
So 16 is a towel. 17 is a hand towel. So 15 is a towel rack. Okay? A towel rack, and that's where we hang up our towels. So let's see, Su-Ming, can you use towel in a sentence?
Towel. I use a towel when I'm finish my when I have take a shower.
Good. Okay. I use a towel when I take a shower or when I have a shower. I think it's better to say take a shower. That's more American. It's more British to say have a shower. Okay? So if you want to speak more American English, you would say I use a towel when I take a shower. Good job. Next we have 18. I think it's referring to this round or oval shaped item.
Mirror frame.
Or just a mirror. You could just call it a mirror. And it looks like it's gotten a little foggy from the steam of the shower. It's a bit foggy. 19.
Toilet roll.
Toilet roll. Or you can call that the toilet paper. And number 20 is a very important thing to know the name for in case you need it.
Toilet brush.
The toilet brush. I thought it might be a plunger, but it doesn't look like it is. But that's a good word to know. A plunger is a tool you can use when the toilet gets clogged. You can use the plunger to fix the problem. Okay? Number 21, that should be familiar.
Toilet.
Toilet. Toilet. Number 22. What's 22?
Cabinet.
It's a type of cabinet, and people usually keep their medicine in there. Okay?
Medicine
So,
cabinet.
yeah, that's right. We call it a medicine cabinet. Okay? So, who wants to try using that in a sentence? Can I get a volunteer?
I put my medicine in the cabinet.
Good. And a lot of people will keep their medicine cabinets full of old medicines. So when you go into someone's house, it's considered rude to look inside the medicine cabinet because they keep all of their medicine there, and it's kind of private. Okay, so number 23, that hopefully is a familiar item.
Toothbrush.
Toothbrush, yes, toothbrush, and therefore number 24 is
Toothbrush holder.
a toothbrush holder, where you keep your toothbrush. And 25, we already discussed in the kitchen, and so we know that's the sink. So there's the kitchen sink or the bathroom sink, but you can call them both a sink. And that's not always true. For example, in French, they have a different word for the bathroom sink than they do from the kitchen sink. Number 26.
Basket.
It's another kind of basket, and you put your trash or your waste in there. So we call it a waste basket. And number 27, some people have these in their bathrooms and some people don't. What is that?
Scale.
A scale. Okay, so a scale, let's see. Let's get someone, Cesar, can you use the word scale in a sentence, please?
I use the scale for know my width.
Yeah, so there's a verb that goes along with the scale, and that is to weigh. Okay, so it's spelled kind of strange, but I want everyone to say after me, weigh.
Way.
It's pronounced exactly the same as the word weigh. W-A-Y, okay? So if you say, I use my scale to know my, you wouldn't say weigh, you would say my weight. This is it in a noun, weight, with a T on the end.
Weight.
So you can say, every morning I step on the scale to know my weight.
To know my weight.
Or, every morning I step on the scale to weigh myself. Okay, so you would need to know this word to weigh in case you go to a grocery store and you're shopping for some food and you'll see that the scale is there and you can weigh your apples or something to see how much money you will spend. Okay, so good to know is that they might tell you at the grocery store you need to weigh your food. Okay?
Yes.
And last we have number 28.
Carpet.
Okay, it's a little carpet, and when a carpet is little and it doesn't cover the whole floor, we call it either a mat or a rug. Okay, so a small carpet is called a rug. I wrote that in the chat so you can see, but when it's in the bathroom, it's called a bath mat. Okay, so we've learned about things in the kitchen, we've learned about things in the living room, we've learned about things in the bathroom, and we still have bedroom and dining. So I think I'm going to have a class next week where we'll learn more of these items and we'll practice using all of them in sentences, okay? So look out for that class. That'll be sometime next week. And I hope you all can join me then, okay?
Okay.
So that's it for today. Thank you for coming to my class, and I hope that you can join me again. Next up, yes?
One question. Are you going to upload the documents we have been...
Yes, I'll see how I can upload them. I'll try to make them available. If I can't, then and you still want them, send me a message, and I'll send you the files in the message, okay?
Okay.
So if you still want them, send me a message. And if you want to keep practicing English, I'm doing another class right now on phrasal verbs, okay? It's a beginner class, and we're going to learn 20 phrasal verbs. So hopefully you can join me there. Okay?
Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.